It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So nothing doing there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it at the line of scrimmage.
Jahad Campbell drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
A 10-yard loss on the play, and it's 4th down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early game.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The Eagles hit 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run forward with Barkley. They'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
180, 180.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He'll let one go deep for Downs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Eagles nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
7-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Loose inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and 10.
Here we go. 19, Charger, 19, Dragon 60.
Richardson looking to throw. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll shift things around. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
7 Pirates, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Vikings, 18.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Richardson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Tyler Warren,
52 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Barkley, inside handoff. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hurts.
And he fires one incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's go. Trimmer. Hey, Silver.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now Richardson.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19, 5, 60 Eagles. Kevin Cox, drop 60. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Now it's Richardson. And this taken in by Downs. Down the right sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Josh Downs
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
And just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
brings up 3rd and 8.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Delta.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bobcats. 60 by Kurt McKee. From the shotgun, Richardson.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go now. Crap all 80. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
18, 6, 79, 19, sight.
Richardson from the gun, he'll throw.
A shot downfield for Burks. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Andrew Makuga. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
It's a gain of 14
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And Hurts going to move him around.
Throwing on 2nd down.
Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll change things up.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's second down and
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's second and 10.
It's Barkley on the counter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Well, Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff to Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, easy, 63, 60. Go Silver.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll drop the throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will get him one closer.
Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Here we go.
At the 44-yard line.
19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, Richardson.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Indianapolis.
Taylor is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Richardson back to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Finding Walker complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2nd and 9. Now Hurts changing up the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. And Walker has it. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's another Eagles 1st down. first and 10 at the 19-yard
Now Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's good.
Barkley, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. But tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
Good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Richardson going right to the air.
All right, open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Alec Pierce.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down.
Oh, this is going to be fielded defensively. And remember, this is a live football. Pass midfield, look out. And he is finally going to be taken down. What a smart play there to corral to this field goal and bring it back. A nice return.
A gain of 58 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Here we go.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Alec Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. And it certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8.
19 tight. Buffalo 18. 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Here's Richardson to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup.
Richardson looking to throw this. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
70 range.
Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren from 10 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will make this a 19-point game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. And they say it's caught. Touchdown. Alec Pierce doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. Aubrey's good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try to get back in this game?
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you guys would be stunned to come away with a loss.
They get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Hurts.
3rd and 5.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
16 yards. And Golden Eagles. First down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Eagles. First down.
Now it's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Going deep for Walker. And it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Here we go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Jonathan Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
21-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 21. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And some room to work. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10.
Burt sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life. But it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
70 race, 18, Pioneer. Go.
Now Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now it's Richardson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. It's complete. Burks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. I'll call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Come on. Hit. Hawk. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have it first down at about the 21-yard line. But we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Ready. 1979. 79.
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cowboy, Cup 19. 70 Rangers. 18 Rattler.
Here's Richardson from the gun on third down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 6.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his big tight end here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Hey, 73. Hey. Hey, Silver.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once,
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Silver, ready? All right, anyone, huh? 63.
He'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Big play there. 53 yards. And the Colts just continue to roll. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
54, Eagles 6.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, it may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Brings up 3rd down.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And Barkley did not get there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Well, his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get it. Bronco 80, 65, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
79 Broncos.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Let's go now. 18 Rattler. 65 65.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Down the field, he's got one.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
His way forward, and he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Escapes the defender. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Great. Hey, 73. Delta.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are able to at least get one score back.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Colts 61, Eagles 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time again where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now.